host, right? There's like an MC, like a guy who's got a very tough job, and you guys just don't give him enough love. So we're gonna give him a ton of love right now so that he can then properly introduce me, at which time you guys are gonna give me way more love than you give him. Is that cool? Ladies and gentlemen, give a real smatter of applause. Don't clap at all. Don't clap. For Milo Beasley. No. There we go.
There were like 2 of them. Thank you guys. Raleigh, how we doing? Day 2 here. How many of you guys have been here all 2 days so far? How many of this is your first day here with us? How many of you this is your first day at a convention? That is awesome. Thank you for joining us here. I'm super excited. We already have a line here, so I do have a couple rules. The first is going to be give me bigger applause than our next guest. No, the first is going to be no request. No, can you say this line as this character? Trust me when I say you may hear voices, but please no requests, no demands. There's already a lot of you, so please keep your 2, 3, 4, 8-part questions to a minimum. Find your one best question and ask that. And rule number 3, it is the most important, and that is to have fun. You guys ready to practice rule number 3? Raleigh, make a lot of noise for Roger Craig Smith.
I don't know, man. I tried my best, but they don't really like you. I don't know what's going on. That was a weird hug. That was weird.
And you got a backpack on?
Just like that. Sorry.
And you got a backpack.
I'm so awkward.
Travel. You just travel
Everything is so awkward.
Is your house in there? That has a large backpack.
It's Linus with the safety blanket. It's like.
I have my medication in there and everything that I need, so I don't go anywhere without my backpack. That's very important.
I don't even know who this is.
This is the new Sonic. You gotta go.
Not very fast.
No, exactly. Sorry.
Not very fast.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for that. Thank you. One more time, Milo Beasley!
I'm always super excited. Our Raleigh crowd has been amazing. How have they been treating you so far this weekend?
Yeah. I mean, the day's young, but, you know, we'll see, you guys. I really think you guys got to step it up. No, I'm kidding. That's just, for those of you who don't know, I'm a bit of a horse's behind with stupid jokes and stuff. So, no, you guys are the best. It's like, how many times in Raleigh now? I'm trying to remember. Quite a few, I think. Probably my 3rd visit to Raleigh, I think. And I got another one later in July? June-ish? Yep. Is that when we're doing it? July? Yep. GalaxyCon?
July,
yeah.
GalaxyCon.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, so I'll be back in July and all that. So, yeah. So that's why I say, like, you know, we'll see. I'll compare this crowd to July's crowd in July. We'll see how you do.
100%.
No, you guys are the best, so thank you. Thank you, yeah. Actually, I feel like it's getting awkward. They're like, oh. Everybody leaves. Like, guy's a jerk. Sit in the crowd for this.
I'm happy to have you on here because I want to talk about something that happened this past year. And so in Columbus, any AEW wrestling fans out there, by the way? 2.
Oh, geez Louise.
That's great. So we were able
3.
to have AEW wrestling at GalaxyCon Columbus,
Yes.
which was amazing.
Yes.
But I want to talk to you about your experience working with the AEW, working with the Ubisoft team on Will Ospreay's entrance.
So for those of you who are unfamiliar, Will Ospreay, who is this incredibly talented wrestler, is a bit of an Assassin's Creed fan, and Ubisoft had reached out to me at one point, and they just said, "Hey, we've got this wrestler who wants to be introduced by Ezio," and I'm like, "What?" Wait, okay. And they're like, "So we're just gonna have you record this thing," and it was a brief session and that kind of thing. So I don't know, so much of voiceover and even the recording process is always sort of anticlimactic, but it wasn't as if man, I got to hang out with Will and he showed me some of his moves and I put him in a headlock. It's like, no, I am in my home studio and just, I'm connecting like I do to Ubisoft, and we were just recording these lines and I didn't know what it was going to be like, and then all of a sudden I have my friends texting me, and apparently Will was brought out at Wembley Stadium to this thing that we had recorded, and it was live at Wembley Stadium, and then it aired live on all over the world, and all of a sudden here's here is my voice, doing like Ezio, this old Ezio. But we were having to really kind of compensate for the fact that it was going to be an arena, so the words were very big. Everything was very like overdone. Like, you did this and you did that, and and now you are here in this different land. And it was so surreal and really really cool. So and I've now of course following Will, and Will follows me back, and I'm just like, look at this. This is. Who'd have thought last month, November, so 2 months ago, was the 15th anniversary of Assassin's Creed 2, and it was just incredible to think, man, okay, so been at it for a little while now, and 15 years later, there's Ezio at Wembley Stadium,
Still,
it's crazy.
Still relevant,
Still relevant, yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it's a kind of a strange time. Like I've been voicing Sonic the Hedgehog this year for 15 years. I've done like 15th anniversary of that, 15th anniversary of Resident Evil 5 when that came out. We got the 10-year anniversary of Dying Light coming later this month. It's just insane, like all these things that are happening, and then to just sit there and meet folks that bring up. Or that cosplay as Ezio, or that just are fans of these things. This many years later for me is like such a treat, and that is no small thing where you just go, okay, here's a young guy, a young wrestler who clearly probably played these games when he was younger, and now he's a professional wrestler, and he's incorporating his passions and his love of like the fandom of Assassin's Creed into something that he's doing, and it's like, and I get to just be this weirdo who's like sitting in his home studio in Boise, Idaho, going, yeah, let's do this Ezio thing and have it go over to like Wembley Stadium. Why not? Yeah, like life is going exactly as I planned.
You've mentioned a lot of great projects. Is there something, and there's one I think that's on the top of my head, is there a project, is there something, a show that you have done, game, movie, that people are shocked to find out that it's you?
Can I ask, is the one that you're thinking of, does it involve the word yes?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yes, then it would be. So I was actually having a conversation with one of the exhibitors on the way in this morning as we were loading in, and I was saying, he was like, so are you one of the guests? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, you a voice actor? And I said, yes. And he says, anything? And I was like, oh, Sonic the Hedgehog. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, that's the reality of my business, is I'm only as relevant as anything you've ever heard of. So, I mean, that's like, you literally, like, there's nothing funnier than like, if it's an older individual, and they go like, so, you're on the airplane making small talk. Where are you going to Raleigh for? Like, oh, we're going to attend a convention. Like, oh, what for? And like, that's like a fan convention kind of thing, like pop culture and that kind of thing. Like, oh, why? And I go, well, I do voices in games and in cartoons and things like that. Oh, anything I would. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna go. I'm like, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like blink, nothing. You're like, Resident Evil, like some Disney things. Like, oh, I've heard of Disney. That kind of thing. And then you just, it's like if you've named everything and they just go, I don't know any of these projects you're in. The next question is, well, how do you pay your bills then? Because they just assume, I don't know you. You must not be working. But the one that always seems to work is if I get to the end of the list and I don't get anything, I'll just say, well, there was a show on TLC that I narrated for about 14 seasons that was called Say Yes to the Dress. And there you go. Exactly. And then I'm relevant. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog, nothing? There's some movies that are going on right now. It seems like worldwide people are, no, nothing? Okay. Say Yes to the Dress, that was me. And still got fired from that one too. So, it's like, that's how it goes. I know, boo. No. It's a business. It's how it goes.
You've also voiced Batman.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you this. No particular order except for maybe number one, but your top 5 actors who have portrayed the Cape Crusader.
Okay. Kevin Conroy, not 5, number 1. That's tough. This is not. It's not going to be canon, and it's like, who knows? My answer might change. Not for Kevin, but from beyond. I really did enjoy the Nolan Batman series, and I really did enjoy Christian Bale as Batman. And I will always stand by his choice of, swear to me, like all this. To me, it was like that Raleigh kind of thing that he was doing makes perfectly good sense to me from an acting perspective of, I don't think Batman. In fact, we dealt with this with Arkham Shadow a little bit when we were approaching the character of Matches Malone in the prison. saying like, look, Bruce Wayne would not be a voice actor, so it's not as if he's going to be able to like, all of a sudden I'm Batman. You're like, no, that's not. And so I've always thought that the way Christian Bale did what he did, that made good sense to me because think about it. Everybody out there right now, if you just start talking like this, we all sound the same. And so it's a perfectly good way to disguise one's voice. Am I right? Can we get over that? Like, I know some people were like, oh, I didn't like that. Anyway, so I will go number 2, Christian Bale. Keaton? 3? Because I grew up on that. And then 4 and 5 will be whatever you guys think. How about that? Is that a safe answer?
See, like I always say Ben Affleck. And people always say, oh, but he's not believable as Batman. And that's the point, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Isn't that the point that you wouldn't think that Bruce Wayne, he's a great Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
And you wouldn't think that Bruce Wayne is Batman. So it makes...
I'll just go with Clooney for 4 and 5. How about that? Safe bet? There we go.
4 and
4 and 5.
Okay, 4 and 5.
Because it was that powerful of a
Right.
performance.
Okay.
Yes. He got robbed on that whole thing. Yeah, it's such a weird business. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I like George Clooney. It's like I've never seen anything that I haven't really enjoyed that he's worked on. So 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Clooney, yeah.
George and Clooney.
Yeah, we got Conroy, Bale,
Right.
Keaton, Clooney. There we go. No, wait, no, I'll take 5 for me.
And 5.
Okay, yeah.
Of course.
I'm in my top 5. Yes, no.
So we have some audience questions over here. Hello, what is your name?
Hi, my name is Riley.
Hi, Riley.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You were the voice of Thomas on regular show,
Whoa!
correct?
Yes.
Whoa.
Or
What
was it Nikolai? Because,
Yes.
Because we do not know is Nikolai Thomas or Thomas Nikolai.
Oh my
We
gosh.
cannot know these things. He was a Russian spy the entire time. I had no idea.
So that was such an awesome character. My question was,
I agree.
yes, you're one. I mean, you were the coolest.
Masterfully voiced, if you
He
think about it.
was, you
Yeah.
know, by this great
Probably top
Roger
5
Craig Smith.
Batman voices,
Yeah,
really, was Thomas.
Yeah,
From-
exactly.
in fact, I'm going to replace Clooney. 4 and 5 are going to Thomas.
yes,
Is
that's so
voice actor.
correct.
Thomas is voice actor,
Thomas
yes.
is voice actor.
Great
yes.
question. Next question. Sorry, no.
No, my question was, what was your experience working with J.G. Quintel and Sam Marin?
The best.
Yeah.
So everything you see about J.G. Quintel, if you've ever seen anything with him, he seems like one of the nicest guys on earth, and he's so funny and so creative, and that is literally just him. It's
Yep.
just him constantly. It's so funny because I've worked on a couple different Cartoon Network projects where you see somebody come along that's been given like a chance at making a new production,
Yeah.
and some people will respond to it really well, and then others are kind of like, wait, so there's an entire team of people that are now drawing my characters and writing for my characters and that kind of thing, and it can be a really awkward transition for like a
Yeah.
Cal Arts graduate to suddenly be given a show,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden how JG took to it and responded so well, and it was so neat to watch him just kind of grow and learn. And I'm not saying that as like some wise,
Right.
old sage or anything like that, but it was just neat to see how he took the reins, learned some lessons, and then just, man, has created like an incredible amount of success with this concept that was like his graduate project
Yeah.
kind of a thing. And Sam Marin is arguably one of the most talented voice actors out there,
I
who is
love
so
him.
underrated, and it is so amazing to watch him in real time just switch into those 3 characters that could not be more like unalike.
Yes.
So he does, for those of you who have not seen regular shows, Sam Marin does Benson, which is like the bubblegum character, like
Yes.
bubblegum machine. He does Pops, oh, Pops, and Muscle Man, which is just one of the funniest things I've ever seen animated in my entire life was Muscle Man in regular show falls down, and Muscle Man has these pendulous man breasts, if you will. He has these little
pepperonis.
paper towel tubes that are like hanging off the front of his shirt that I'm assuming are his breasts. And at one point they had this slow motion thing where like Muscle Man like landed like awkwardly or something like that, and the breasts came down and came up and smacked him in the face. Yes. And it was one of the I laughed. I think I spit out my cereal laughing at that. But no, and watching Sam like bop in and out of those characters in real time is just it's the best gig on earth, getting to be
Yeah.
a part of anything. And they're coming back. I don't know if you saw that. They got
Yes.
I
I'm
don't
so
remember how many more
excited.
episodes. I think they got almost 2 more seasons of stuff coming out. I think it's something like that. I think I don't know what's confirmed or not. I've seen all the rumors flying and that kind of thing, but they are confirmed coming back.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best. I should pay them, but don't tell them that.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there.
My name is Dakota Lint. I go by Derpy, and I have a question for. This is a Sonic-related question, by the
Okay.
way. All right. Since last year
Yes.
was the year of shadow.
I know, the worst year ever. The stupidest, most waste of a year ever.
Dude, every year's the year of Sonic for you. Don't
Thank
feel
you.
bad.
I know. Thank you very much. It's the decade of Sonic, if you will.
All right, but I have a curious question. If you had to pick 3 obscure Sonic characters to dedicate a year to, what would be? Example, Silver the Hedgehog, Blaze the Cat, etc. People that haven't been in the spotlight since God knows when.
Okay, Big the Cat for sure.
Yes!
Yeah, Big the Cat needs a year.
Way more than Shadow.
A fishing simulator, actually.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I don't know. Styx the Badger would be fun. I mean, I know that's going like boom specific, but Styx, that would be a wacky year. We'd hear a lot of conspiracy theories. So, which I guess it's not too far from real life right now. So, apparently we're in the year and quite many years of Styx. And then just one of the more obscure Chow. Just pick a random Chow.
How
And we'll
about
go with that.
Sonic Chow?
2 on the nose. Go even more obscure.
Okay, how about...
How about a Chow named Larry?
Yes, the
Nobody
year
knows.
of Larry.
That's canon. Now, there is a Chow out there somewhere named Larry. We'll go with that. And I think it should be the year of Larry the Chow.
It's a huge honor to meet you, and I hope you have a fantastic
Oh my
afternoon.
gosh, you need to raise the bar on your honors. Thank you. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
Hey, Nick.
Hello, I'm Nick, and I was wondering.
I was like, that was amazing. Was it, you were just like, hey, Nick. And then you were like, I'm Nick. I was like, thank goodness, because otherwise it would have been really weird for you, Milo.
Nick is a great super fan here.
Oh, nice.
in
Very cool.
Raleigh. Yeah.
Nick, what's going on, buddy?
Have you played any of the other Batman games besides Origin?
Always, yeah, for sure. No, a lot of that stuff would be going into like trying to figure out what it was in terms of, I guess a vision. In fact, when it came to like Arkham Shadow, there was a lot where they were like, look, we're trying to really kind of capture everything that was going on in all the Arkham games, not just a continuation of the story from Arkham Origins. So yes. Yeah, no, I mean like that's now most of the gaming that I do right now is almost like product research or character research, because I don't know. I'm the old guy. I make this joke. I'm the old guy from Shawshank Redemption who gets out of prison, and he says like, the world went and got itself in a big dang hurry. And I feel like that's video games for me now. Like all of a sudden I'm kind of like, man, I've lost my edge. I can't keep up anymore. Just need a crossword video game. So yeah, no, I do product research and character research. So yes, that's all you wanted to know.
All right. Do you have a favorite line from Origins?
Oh, okay. When the mugger stops to think, that is fear. That is why they hired assassins. Because I am the reason the criminals breathe easier when the sun rises. So no, Alfred, I am not in over my head. And tonight will not be my end, but it will be theirs. That work?
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
I don't know their name.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, sorry.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Rachel.
Hi,
Rachel, hello.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to
Mr.
meet you.
Smith.
Again, yes, you were at my table earlier, were you not?
Yes. I
Okay, there you
was.
go.
Okay, so this is going to be weird, but I've always wanted to ask this.
Uh-oh.
With all the popular characters you voiced, have you ever received or accidentally seen any Rule 34 fan art or fan fiction?
See, this is one of those things where I'm like, now I've got to pull out my phone and Google. And I'm not about to. I got to turn on the VPN and like private relay on the phone and go like, no. And I'm not about to go, hey Siri, no. So the safest answer is the weather in Raleigh is the best. You guys, this is a really nice time to be in Raleigh, am I right? Yeah, I can think. It was like 34 degrees outside today. No, I've not seen it. No. Go ahead and share that. I love the fan, the inconspicuous sort of like, yes. Or my favorite when they tuck the phone in with the top of the camera out on the shirt, like, can you tell me your thoughts on the Sonic movie? And like, well, let me answer directly to the camera. No, I know nothing of what you're talking about, but based on the groans in the audience, I don't want to know. There's
Believe me,
some
you
things
probably don't.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
But you stood in line and you wasted your time to ask that.
It's never
so
a waste of time with
okay,
you, sir.
no, that's
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you, Rachel.
Piggybacking on that, is it weird that anytime that you do like a Q&A like this and you say something, next thing it's
Oh yeah, that.
Yahoo News.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. No, well, yeah. I mean, with that, I suppose, I don't know, there's going to be something. I'm sure I'll find out. In a few days, I'll start seeing, like, what is, oh, okay, there it was. And then someone's going to put a link or something, and I'll just be like, no. No, it happens all the time, yeah. It's an interesting, it's actually one of the reasons I stopped doing recordings at my table for that very reason, because I was just like, I don't know. I might say something, and all of a sudden people are like, oh, that was a meme. I was like, oh, it was? Well, okay. Now it's, I'm going to get an email from someone. But no, try to be as careful and cryptic as possible with that kind of stuff. But I don't, look, what do I care? I don't own the rights to the character. So, that sort of thing. But I do know enough to know I'm not going to bother looking that up. So, parents, don't start monitoring your children right now with whatever's going on out there. I don't want to know.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Arthur. I just wanted to know, what is your favorite part of playing Sonic? Is it the rivalry with Shadow, his personality, or anything else?
You know what? It's everything. I know that sounds weird to say, but it's everything. It's like he's in the entirety of my career, we've done sort of like many different versions of the character. So it's a lot of fun to think. From an actor's perspective, I get to be a part of this iconic franchise that, my gosh, I was like probably 14 years old, 15 years old, and like playing Sega Genesis with my friends, and I think about that now and going, okay, there's this game that was out back then that was arguably one of the fastest video games I'd ever seen. I grew up on like Intellivision, and it's like all of a sudden here's this, and then this many years later, it's like I'm getting to be the voice of this character, one of the voices of this character. So it's everything. It's like loyalty to his friends, the fact that he can eat chili dogs without apparently suffering GI issues. It's right. It's like, who wouldn't want that? So lucky. Yeah. Somebody asked me today. They're like, if you could take one element of like actual Sonic universe and make it real, like what would you do? And I was like, live off chili dogs and not have everyone clear the room. No, it's everything. I think he's a really neat character. I love the way he's written. I love the way he's animated. And it's like, obviously, I get to be a part of something that's just like so incredible. Lightning has struck, so many times in my career. Just once is amazing. Just Sonic, just Captain America, just Batman, just any of these things. Mirage, you name it, like Kyle Crane, like you name it, like all that stuff. You just go, wow, that's incredible. And yet, it's happened a number of times, and I get to meet fans of all these different fandoms, and it never gets old. And so to pick like one aspect of Sonic the Hedgehog, it's like, this is my favorite. It's all encompassing, and it's crazy. Yeah, it's been the honor of my life for 15 years getting to be a part of these things and watch, and to find myself at this stage of my career going, there's never been a better time to be a Sonic fan. We have the cinematic universe. You've got Devin Mack doing a great job with the Prime series. You've got more games on the way. You've got more social media content on the way. It's just, who would have thought? This far in this character, and in 2026 is the 35th anniversary of the character. It's crazy. So yeah, it's all of it.
Yeah, all right, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Honored to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Again, you guys got to raise the bar on your whole honor thing. Nah, I'm just a goofball with a fun job. That's all it is. Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Cameron.
Hey, Cameron.
I just wanted to know, what was your favorite Sonic game to do voice work on?
It's a toss-up between. I should say I haven't played Frontiers yet. Haven't done Sonic X, Shadow, Generations X, order of the words I always forget. But it would be a toss-up. Voice acting-wise, it would be a toss-up between Generations and Colors. I think Colors being one of the first sort of official ones. There was Free Riders that came out before that. But I really enjoyed Generations just because of the play of the concept between modern Sonic and classic Sonic.
Yeah.
Right. Enjoy your future, buddy. It's going to be great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. It was an honor to meet you. It was an honor.
Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Yes, hello.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, I'm not gonna do
All
it.
right, let's go. Thank you. Spare us.
Sorry, I'm Steven. And I did
Baldy McNose hair. Yeah, we know what you're doing.
No, it's fine.
Do you have any opinions on the evolution of Sonic's voice over the years, since you've been doing it for so long?
No. Next question. No, that's an interesting. I've had a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people that don't quite understand what my job is. My job is to show up to that session. I am hired that day, even though I've been doing it for this long. I'm still hired. Like the way contracts work is like you're hired and fired on the same day you do your job. That's the way a lot of these like voiceover contracts work. And so my job to this day is still to just show up and listen to my director Jack, who's been directing me since day one. And Jack's job is to take the direction that he's been given by the client, right? And it can be lots of different projects. And so I just show up and I ask, what are we working on? How do we want this version of Sonic to go? Is this a little bit different than what we've done? And obviously you look at something like Frontiers, where all of a sudden I showed up, and I'm like, all right, I don't need, I know what he sounds like, you gotta go fast. And they're like, no, we're not doing it like that. And it was like, oh, okay.
What, we're gonna do it like a little lower?
Like a little lower than that. You've seen the video where a little lower. It's over, Egghead. It's over, Egghead. It's over, Egghead. It's over, Egghead. I'm like, right there. That's our Sonic now. Okay. Wow. And it's not my choice. So I might have opinions, but that's not my job. I'm not the one paying for the production. I'm not the one paying me. So my opinions are kind of irrelevant. It's like my job is to just show up and say, this is what they want to do. It's a big collaborative exercise to make a video game. I've got a really fun job in the fact that I get a lot of attention for what I do, but there are so many people that work so hard on making a game, and it's writing and production and its backgrounds and its music and it's transcribing and it's quality control testing and it's all of this that goes into it. My opinion doesn't really matter because it's everybody's working together. My opinion is I should show up and be as vocally malleable as possible and be ready to do whatever it is that they want me to do, because that's the job. So my opinion's kind of irrelevant, but I do have them. But you'll never know, because I can think of 34 reasons why we never want to. No. Yeah, sorry. Good Lord, I am going to have to look this up. No, I'm not. Okay, good. Okay. When I'm back at my table, someone can whisper. No, God.
No.
Now I don't want to have somebody, like, I don't want to, yeah, no. All right, forget it. Anyway.
And just one last one.
Yo, okay, what do you got? Real quick.
Who's Roger?
Is this another meme? Is this another one of those?
No, this is a Sonic one. This is a Sonic one.
Oh,
like,
gosh. Okay. He's talking to me.
Thanks, buddy.
There we go. Sonic Boom. That was right. It's like,
I'm coming in for a hard landing, Tails. You got me covered?
and Tails says, Roger. And then Knuckles, like the mental giant that he is, goes, who's Roger? And in the recording session, I looked over at my director, Jack, and he just goes, go ahead. And I was like, he's talking to me.
Thanks, buddy.
So, Sonic Boom, breaking that fourth wall all the time.
Well, that may have answered my question.
Uh-oh.
Hi,
Well, then get out of here. You're done. You lose. Good day, sir. Sorry.
By the way, I
you
love
get
your hat.
nothing. Oh, thank you. Nice.
Okay,
Likewise.
so my question was,
yes.
Did you have more fun voicing Sonic the video game character or voicing Sonic the animated TV series from the hit series Sonic Boom?
Oh my
animated
gosh.
Series?
The answer is yes. I mean, it's to all of it. It's like, again, getting to be a part of anything is a blast. And the fact that I get to be a Sonic video game voice versus a TV versus like the cameos in Wreck-It Ralph, look, it means I'm behind the microphone and I'm working, and that's always a good day. But no, I have no preference over the other ones. Look, animation versus video games, you get a lot more freedom very often in animation than you do in video games, on some levels and not on others. But no, it's all fun, and we had such a good time on Sonic Boom, as you can tell. Awesome. Goofy. There was a lot of goofy stuff.
It's been an honor.
Thank you. It has been my honor. Thank you. So let me get this straight. Is this timer about where we're at?
Yes.
That's like to the end.
Yes.
Do we want to cut about a short minute of that? Okay,
I'm going to go fast. Nobody else line up because I don't even know if we're going to get through all of you as it is. Sound good? I'll try to get through the questions quick. Speed round.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi.
My name's Christopher.
Hey, Christopher.
Which Sonic person would you be except for your own, like, Sonic? Like, what other Sonic character would you be?
Dr. Egghead. Eggman. He's just fun. Bad guys are fun, even though he's just the worst, but, and he's not a very effective bad guy even as it is. Maybe that's why it's safe. Not Amy Rose, though. That you'd be Amy?
No, I was thinking.
Okay, no. No, I don't think I'd be Amy. No. Because I know deep down how Sonic feels. No. Yeah, no, I'd be Eggman. Why not? Be fun. You couldn't pick, like, a more polar opposite. Maybe Shadow. Shadow is a really cool character, so. I'm maybe Shadow. But don't tell him. Just go right to his head. We'll go with Eggman.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good question. All right, next one. We got this.
Hi there.
Hello.
I'm Ryan. It's
Hi,
nice
Ryan.
to meet you for a
It's an
valuable
honor to
interview
meet me,
across this
Ryan.
distance.
Exactly.
And so, with your talk earlier about how you are just how you accept the direction and everything, this might be a bit of a moot question, but I was wondering, since you were also talking about doing research for games and such, how do you come across the different characters' personalities when you are voicing them?
That again is one of those things where it's like it's a collaborative effort. I think a lot of people assume that I show up and I go, well, here's the voice I'll be doing for your character, and you're welcome. It's like it doesn't work that way. I listen to my directors. I listen to what they tell me. It's the clients that hire me, and it's their project. They've spent years very often working on these characters and writing them and developing them and designing them and that kind of thing. So I listen to what it is that they want to capture, and we just start throwing stuff against a wall. I guarantee you I was probably even more shrill and more high-pitched, with Sonic at some point, or maybe we gave him too much attitude, or, we were doing different things to just kind of, you audibly throw things against the wall, hope something sticks, and that's my job, is to try to think, okay, so what is it you're trying to capture? And so I ask a ton of questions of my directors and the producers and the writers and everything, like, what is it that you guys are trying to capture? And then I'm just hopefully kind of playing and messing around and coming up with something when you see all of a sudden everybody's heads kind of perk up and they go, that's what we want. Then you go, okay, so we found a vein, let's stay in there, and it's like, that's the process. That really is it. So I just try to be as open to playing and having a good time as I can, and bringing positive energy to things so that it's like we're all making as many good creative decisions as we can.
Awesome.
Thank you
very much.
Good question, thanks.
Just to let everyone know, we do have a little bit less than 10 minutes.
Yep.
We're going to try to get through as many as
I'm
possible.
going to try to get through as many as I can.
Hello.
Definitely not going to get to Shadow in the back there, though. I can make sure that's going to happen. Probably going to have to cut it short right before Shadow. No. Sorry. Go for it.
Hello, I'm
Hello.
Caden.
Hey, Caden.
Blah.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's me, I know. You thought it was going to be an honor, and you got up there and you're like, oh, gosh, it's just this? That's the guy? Okay. What's your question, Caden?
I wanted to know what it's like being as Sonic.
Oh, what do you think? What do you think? I am a grown man who gets to look somebody in the eye and they go, what do you do for a job? And I go, this. It's over, egghead. And then they leave me alone because they're frightened of a grown man talking to them like that. And it works. So it's awesome being Sonic because I can avoid awkward conversations with strangers who don't know what I do. No, it's amazing. It's one of those things you just go, I cannot believe. I get to be a part of this massive franchise, It's like, and you're one little small part of it because there's so many things that make it what it is. But the fact that I get to be a talking blue hedgehog for a job, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. It's an honor.
It's an honor.
It's an honor. Oh, look at this. All right. You're trying to take my job, aren't you?
Nuh-uh.
Mic swap. Oh, wait, who's next? There we go. Well done. Thank you, Caden.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
Goodness, don't sneeze. Or have
Trust
you
me,
already, and that's what happened as a result of it?
Trust me, I gotta be careful with things.
Yeah, no kidding. High five. No. All right.
Sam,
Yeah.
hi, my name is Russell. I'm the
Hi, Russell.
Brecken cosplayer you met yesterday.
Oh my gosh, holy cow, yeah. You are not messing around.
But, so, trust me, you've inspired me to be a voice actor. Like I said yesterday, I've even, learned to do, good impressions of most of your characters.
Okay, don't take my job.
I'm not.
Okay, thank you.
Trust me, I
Okay, good.
understand
Yeah,
that.
it's all good.
But I know how, as a fellow voice actor, some lines can be, you get emotional. Now, did you get emotional about Raheem's death and while you were delivering those lines and dying light?
So that's an interesting, you know what? It's like when it comes to emotional attachment in any given scenario, for me, depending upon how many times I might have to deliver the scene, I don't know that I go there. It's like I always just think of myself like it is a performance, and I just need to make that performance as believable as possible. There are elements that I will allow attachment to take place, but if I get too attached and I start getting into weird choices and headspace as a result, then I'm probably not going to be too effective for what this character needs. So I don't know. I mean, obviously I did. I understood what this was, right? And usually that involves me asking a ton of questions so that I can have a very clear understanding of what the character is about to go through. But I don't know. It was quite a while ago. It was a decade ago, probably longer than that, because the game was released 10 years ago, but we were working on it, I'm sure, a year leading up to it. I don't really remember if it was something that I just felt like a very strong method acting, sense memory experience connection. But again, if you felt that way, that is the job. And hopefully I executed on that, because that's the job, is to make sure that my vocal performance conveys the emotion that we want to experience as the player. Make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Cool.
But thank you.
Thank you.
Again, it's been an honor, and
Thank you.
I'll be seeing you around. I'm sorry.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you. Be careful with those things. Okay.
Hello.
Must not go to the bathroom like all day, right? How do you? I'm just not. I'm fast. Not you. That other individual. Sorry. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Casey. I
Hi,
wanted
Casey.
to ask, in like the Sonic franchise, do you think Metal Sonic should be able to talk in his base form?
No.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Thank you.
No. I mean, I don't know how to elaborate.
Yeah.
Do you?
Not really.
What? So after all that, you stood in line. You go with, do you think you should be able to? And I'm like, no. Do you? And you're like, eh. So you don't even care about your own question.
It's for my brother, not for
Oh, wow. So is your brother here?
Yeah, he's right there.
You send your sister to do your dirty work. You're literally throwing a sibling under the bus like that.
He does it a lot.
And you're in the front row. Are you getting good footage of this, though? Oh, yeah, you're loving it? That's great. That's great. So everybody at home watching on your, I'm assuming this is your TikTok or your YouTube. Okay, the person that you are watching who has hosted this video is the worst sibling ever. And should never be allowed to talk in their base form. I can think of 34 reasons why. Thank you, good question. All right, sorry. You guys are like, stop, you don't want to go there. Don't do it. All right, sorry. Hello, Chris.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
If we could stop this
Yeah.
at the 34-second mark.
34.
That would be fantastic.
Oh, wow, okay.
That would be fantastic.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I can see what you're doing right now, yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, sorry.
Hey, I'm Colt.
Hey, Colt. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Question, sir.
So I was wondering, what was the workout routine like for Chris Redfield, Resident Evil 5?
Punching boulders all day long. I mean, this is what we do. Exactly. You know, it's punching boulders and lifting cartons of eggs. I need an egg. Nothing? Anyone? Nothing? Okay. I need an egg. No, it would be punching boulders all day long.
All right.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's punching boulders and hoping that Leon marries his sister, I guess.
I really hope so.
There you go. That was the workout routine. Yes. No, it's ridiculous. His biceps are way too big. That has to come from punching boulders. Or steroids, one of the two.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Quick question.
Yes.
So, who is your favorite other Sonic voice actor aside from yourself?
All of them. Literally all of them. I mean, like, think about, like, would I be here were it not for all of them, including Devin, including Ben, like all of us that have done this. It's incredible. It's an incredible thing to be a part of, and so all of us are sort of feeding into this one giant pool of Sonic everything. And no, yeah. So everybody informs one another, and I think that's the way it works. So yeah, no, all of them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good question.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, my quick question is, it's kind of a weird one, but it's kind of a fun one.
Okay.
If Sonic could be in a band, what band would it be?
Speed metal, for sure. Definitely speed metal. Come on.
No, any band in particular?
Oh, God, I'm trying to think of speed metal bands now.
I can name a few.
I've dug myself quite a hole. You can name a few speed metal bands? Okay, which ones?
Motorhead.
He'd be in Motorhead. Too easy? That's old school, too. Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, look, he's from the 90s, too, so yeah, I would say, yeah, he'd be in Motorhead. That's a good one. Yeah. Okay, that's like, is that speed metal or what is that? Screech rocket? What is that stuff? I don't get it. All right, is that speed metal?
No, that's
no. Okay,
that's,
well, there you go.
That's kind of death metal.
Death metal. There you go. All right. Well, it wouldn't be death metal. It wouldn't be death. It'd be speed metal, for sure. And he'd be in Motorhead. Okay. There we go. It wasn't a weird one. It was a good question, and it got me to do my death metal voice. So there we go. Not that death metal should speak in their true form. Horrible sibling person. Yes. Hi.
Hi, it's my name's Jordan. It's not
Jordan.
to meet you.
Nice to-
if there was ever a dream role that you could have that you haven't achieved yet from any form of media, what character would you want to
Big the Cat. Guys, think about what I've been able to do. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. I've lived the dream like so many times. No, I am so happy to be doing what I'm doing. So no, it's yeah. We've got like a minute, and I have to stop at 34 seconds. So I'm gonna literally take a picture by rule.
By the 34-second
Yeah,
rule.
exactly. Thank you.
Right?
Another question. Because again, we had Shadow in the back there, and I knew we were going to get to it. So there you go.
Hello.
Hi.
So back in the beginning of 2020, you said you were no longer going to be the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then a few days later, you said you were going to be back.
Yes.
What was that all about?
That was all about me kind of going, oh, I didn't know what was going on at the time, and I was like, I don't know what's happening in the franchise, and I didn't know what was going on, and I thought, oh, am I finding out that this is just coming to an end? And I was like, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say 10 years is a good run. I think I'll step away. And then all of a sudden the phone started ringing, and people were like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know, what are you guys doing? They're like, we need to talk. I was like, yeah, maybe we should. And we talked, and everything is fantastic, and we figured it all out. So yeah, sorry. Psych!
Thank you.
Oh, I missed it. I missed it.
That is our time.
I'm so sorry. One last question, and I will do it.
Three,
yes.
4, 5. Okay. I'm going to count to 3.
Okay, we can do it.
On the count of 3, everybody yell out your question at the same time.
Fastest question. Here we go.
Ready?
We can do this.
1, 2, 3, go.
Outside. How many time in Batman Beyond Year 1?
34. Right? Thank you. You knew it. You knew I was going to go there. You knew I was going to go there. You knew I was going to go there. Sorry, Shadow.
Before we
Sorry,
go,
guys.
you guys want to take like a gigantic group selfie up here by the stage? By the stage.
Don't push.